I'm Adam,
And I'm Tad.
and this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Hey Tad, are you a fan of rockets?
I've always dreamed of taking a ride on a rocket and exploring outer space.
Some would say, out of this world.
Did you know the fastest rocket ever built was the New Horizons probe, which flew by Pluto? It reached speeds of about 58,000 kilometers per hour. Or for you Americans, 36,000 miles per hour.
What would you do in space?
I'd hop around on the moon and catch some space flies, of course.
In today's book, rocket is a person, not a shuttle for intergalactic travel. Let's get started. Rocket Says Look Up, written by Nathan Bryon, illustrated by Dapo Adeola. Every night before bed, I set up my telescope and wish upon a star. Mom tells me that I never stop looking up and my head is always floating in the clouds. But she can't tell me that I look up more than my big brother Jamal looks down at his silly phone. Jamal says I'm called Rocket because I've got fiery breath. But Mom says it's because a famous rocket blasted off into space the day I was born. All I know is that one day I'm going to be the greatest astronaut, starcatcher, spacewalker who has ever lived, like Mae Jemison, the first African-American woman in space. Did you know Mae Jemison went into orbit around Earth in the Space Shuttle Endeavour, even though she's afraid of heights? I'm totally prepared. I've defied gravity, captured rare and exotic life forms, and built a ship to the stars. For today's mission, I'm going to see something incredible, the Phoenix meteor shower. I want everyone to see it with me, so I've made some flyers to hand out. Jamal is going to take me to the park to see the meteor shower, but first we have to go to the supermarket. While he's looking for milk, I'll be trying to find the astronaut food. Did you know meteor showers happen when Earth moves through the trail of dust left by a comet? It seems as if Rocket's brother doesn't do a very good job of being in the moment.
Being in the moment? What's that all about?
It's about fully enjoying and appreciating the present. Sometimes we get so caught up in thinking about the past or worry about the future that we forget to enjoy the here and now.
I see what you mean. For frogs like me, we're always in the moment, living in ponds and leaping around. It's all about catching flies and enjoying the sunshine.
You frogs have got it all figured out. But for us humans, it can be a bit tricky. We often have so many things on our minds that we forget to appreciate the simple joys of life.
Just hop around, enjoy the little things, and don't get bogged down by worries.
You might be onto something there. I think it's important for us to slow down, take a deep breath, and appreciate the beauty of the world around us, just like you do in your pond. Did you know most meteors are smaller than a grain of sand? Did you know meteors are bits of dust burning up in the atmosphere? Did you know the best time to see a meteor shower is when it's dark with no clouds? In the supermarket, when Kathy the cashier isn't looking, I grab the microphone. For one night only, come out and witness the amazing Phoenix meteor shower. And everyone looks up. Kathy takes her microphone back as I hand out my flyers to the other people in line. I think Jamal might be a tiny bit annoyed with me. The Phoenix meteor shower will be coming soon. We better drop off the shopping and get to the park fast. Look out! Ha ha, that wouldn't have happened if you just looked up. Now Jamal is even more annoyed with me. And he says he won't take me to the park anymore. But when we get home, Mom saves the day. Come on, Jamal, she says. Put the phone down and take your little sister to the park. Yes! I jump up and do my famous victory dance around the room. I grab my jetpack backpack, but Jamal is still glued to his game. Wait till I complete this level, Rocket, he grumbles. As we're about to leave, the doorbell rings. Wow! It's half the people from my street, and they're all holding my flyers. to the park! I yell at the top of my lungs. Everyone is so excited.
Rocket really set up a nice viewing party. Do you ever host parties?
Just last week we had one in my class. It was a costume party, and the theme was favorite book characters. My students dressed up as characters from their favorite books. We had Harry Potter, Matilda, even the Cat in the Hat.
That sounds like a blast. Did you have any special activities or games?
Absolutely. We had a book scavenger hunt where the kids had to find hidden books related to their characters. And I read them a story about friendship and teamwork. Oh, and of course there were cupcakes shaped like books.
Cupcakes shaped like books? That's creative, Adam. I bet the kids had a fantastic time.
What about you, Tad? Do you ever host parties?
We just had a sweet pond party. We had a jumping contest to see who could leap the farthest. And we had a bug buffet with all the tasty insects we could find. It was a frog's dream feast.
That's so different from my parties, but it sounds like so much fun. I guess excitement for parties comes in all shapes and sizes. My neck is aching from staring up into the night sky, but I won't stop. I can't miss it. Suddenly the park goes silent. Even the birds are holding their breath. Everyone points their telescopes and binoculars up at the sky. Everyone but Jamal, who is still looking down at his phone. I think I see it, I shout, but it's just a plane flying overhead. Everyone moans and groans. We wait and wait and wait. One by one, people start to leave. Maybe the Phoenix meteor shower was a myth after all. Maybe that's why Jamal didn't want to come along. Maybe everyone is upset with me for wasting their time. I've never felt this sad before. Jamal looks at me for the first time today. It feels like the first time ever. I've turned my phone off, sis, he says. I'm sorry for making you wait for nothing, Jamal. Let's go home. Suddenly, there's a big bright light in the sky. Look up! The Phoenix meteor shower. I'm speechless, Jamal says. He pulls out his thermos and pours me a cup of hot chocolate. Yummy. We both sit down on the hill watching meteors zoom across the sky. I'm so happy we looked up and saw them together. Did you know, one day I'm going to have a meteor shower named after me?
One day, my brother Fred and I were hopping around by the pond, and we stumbled upon a dragonfly race.
A dragonfly race? That sounds unique and exciting. What happened?
Well, Fred and I decided to cheer for different dragonflies. I picked the one with the shiniest wings, while Fred went for the fastest flyer. We were so caught up in our competition that we started ribbiting and croaking at the top of our lungs, trying to outdo each other.
So, who won the race? The shiniest or the fastest?
That's the funny part, Adam. Neither of us picked the winner. The dragonfly with the most colorful wings ended up winning the race, and we were both so surprised and amused that we couldn't stop laughing.
Those special moments with loved ones, whether they're human brothers or froggy friends, are what make life truly magical.
I couldn't agree more, Adam. Here's to more adventures and special times with our siblings.
If you feel like you've had a special time with us today, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm Adam.
And I'm Dad.
And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Did you know, when a comet approaches the inner planets, it is warmed by the sun. It begins to melt and throws out dust and gas. This creates a head and a tail. The tail always points away from the sun.